okay, look around the room. Look at our faces. Look around this room, look around almost any room, and you're not going to find too many people who seem very happy, unless you're at a Tony Robbins seminar, who was in town actually last weekend, coincidentally. So I've always been fascinated by this, why are we not happier than we are? So when I graduated college and I was about to start work, I asked for a few months off before I started, and I traveled from the north of Thailand to the south of Thailand. Had a great time, and then on the last day, I had a day to kill before my flight, and I was in Krabi, the south of Thailand. I don't know how many people here have been, but everyone told me, you have to go to this temple. Go to this temple, Tiger Temple. So I went to the temple, and I get there, I'm following the signs, and there's just a little sign with an arrow pointing up these steps. So I start walking up the steps, Over 1,000 steps later, dripping with sweat, my legs are shaking, I'm exhausted, I get to the top, and it's just a little bit of shade, a couple of benches, and a little Buddha, and you can see all around it, hundreds of miles all around southern Thailand. Absolutely beautiful. And then I noticed there were these two monks just sitting there, just in their robes, just had some tea, and they just had the most incredible, peaceful, serene, just content, happy faces. It was a transformative moment for me. It's like, wow, they're so in the moment, they're so engaged in just being there and whatever they're meditating on. So then, being a young kid, I forgot all about this. I started my career, and I was traveling around, and I ended up in Chicago, and I was trading in the 10-year, the border trade in the dip. And I was being paid a pitiful salary, and then I realized that a lot of the guys around me were very, very successful traders, multi-millionaires. And I thought, wow, they have everything, mid-30s, late 30s, making $1 million a year, millions in the bank. You'd think they'd be very happy, right? But instead, they tended to be very aggressive, seemingly very miserable, and I couldn't understand what's the point of striving so hard to make money? Am I going to end up like these guys? So I kind of, being young and followed down that path. You're trying to succeed in your career. I, over the next few years, became just like them. I was trying to be a better trader. I became more aggressive, more angry, and I achieved some success. And then I just couldn't get in the back of my mind this thought, what am I doing here? I think I'm going down the wrong path. So I did what most curious people would do, and I bought a bunch of books on happiness, and I actually flew back to Thailand for two weeks. And I sat on a beach, and I just read these books, and I thought about, what am I doing with my life? And what I learned, what was so fascinating, is that we have this reversion to the mean, or this adaptability, where it doesn't matter, how good things are. It's very, very temporary. Good doesn't tend to last too long. And if you think about that, that's why we're all here. That's why we all survived, was because we didn't evolve to get happiness. We evolved to survive. So our brain is tricked into thinking we're looking for all these, we're looking for food, we're looking for sex, we're looking for shelter, we're looking for all these things, and we think they're going to provide us happiness, and they give us that short dopamine hit, and we feel good, and then it tends to fade very quickly. And that's the reason Ken's not here. I want to give Ken a shout out. Ken won the ringside boxing title. Very, very big achievement for you guys who don't know. Mm-hmm. And but he didn't sit on it for 6 months and not get out of bed. He was probably happy for a day or two, and then he wears off, and he went on striving for whatever he was striving for. And it's the same reason why lottery winners that win a lot of money, they don't live the rest of their life on cloud nine. They're so happy, it tends to wear off, and actually, sadly, they end up often less happy than they were before. So, given a lot of problems why we can't be happy, what is the answer? And I think the answer is stop trying to seek these big things that we're looking for, and just break it down. Take smaller joys and smaller things. So today, I leave my phone in my apartment. It rings 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for work, and it drives me crazy. I left it in my apartment for lunch. I took my dogs to the park. I took my shirt off. I got some sun for 20 minutes. And I was in the moment. I was with them. I was so happy. This morning, that first sip of coffee in the morning, it tasted so good. So you're trying to get small pleasures and small things that repeat them often. So, what am I going to leave you with? What is happiness? Happiness is a dozen small things repeated day after day. Happiness is a dozen small things repeated day after day. Thank you.
He just started a short time ago, and he's a great speaker. He doesn't use notes. He doesn't seem to run off the cuff.
That's
Good job. Did you speak before you joined the club? You seem pretty good. No?
But that's actually when you did the introduction. I didn't hear the question, so I didn't answer it properly. One of the things you said, the benefits of this, and I think it's to Zena's point, what I was saying to her, is if you start with notes, you're very reliant on notes.
Right.
And if I'd read that on notes, I probably would have been a bit more eloquent.
Yeah.
But then you're not developing the skill of memory retention. So I think
Yeah.
that's something that's really good here.
Well, excellent job. And now, hard act to follow, but we'll see. James, are you ready?
Might as well.
The way the
Be cross.
cookie crumbles.